never too shy. Like, hello. We are here every single week. You know why, though? You know why? I'm proud of you guys. Can I say something really quick? You both keep me super accountable.
I know.
Actually,
that's right.
all of us, our producer, like,
I know I do.
if it was up to me,
Yeah, you sure do.
I swear to God, like, my goal for 2023 was like, be, more present and be consistent with what I do, right? Because I'm proud of everything that I do.
Right.
But I swear to God, you three keep me so just on my toes with this. And thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
You
all
are
three of you
so
guys.
welcome.
Of course.
And I will continue to do it.
I love you, Paulina.
Yes, I love you guys too. Well, I'm happy we're back. Another episode, of course. And when I walked in, I heard something about somebody's mad at me. And I'm like, I have to hear this on the podcast.
Yeah, so I kind of previewed I kind of previewed the episode that we recorded last week to your Gaber.
My Gaber.
And
For context, you and my Gabor had a thing.
Gaber, yeah. Gay
Yes.
bird. Wait,
That's why I look in the
not
window.
gay bird.
Right?
Gay bird. Gay bird.
Did I say bird?
But yeah, he got mad because I said like he didn't have the it factor, but I went back and I told him because my whole fear in doing this podcast is kind of like getting what I say taken out of context. And so that's why I had to go back and explain to him we went to the gym actually. We were on our way to the gym. Yeah, me, his best friend, who's a stud. Not that it matters, but yeah, me and them too. And so I was like sharing to them like the episode or whatever. And he's all like, when it got to the part where it says he didn't have the it factor, he's all like, he just stood really quiet right away. And I'm like, oh, he's mad at me. And I told him, I'm like, look, just because you don't have the it factor for me doesn't mean like you don't have the it factor for somebody else. It just means for what I was looking for. I was being honest. I'm like,
there's plenty of fish in the sea.
I don't know, but basically it's like also another perspective that I gave him. Not that I was like trying to like over explain myself, but I'm a good guy. So I was just telling him, look, we sometimes build our it factor based off like the relationships we've seen, and that doesn't always mean it's something healthy. Like in my case, my dad was such an awesome dad, but he sucks as a husband at times, And so I was telling him like what I'm looking for a man is probably when I date guys, what I'm looking for a man is that kind of like that toxic part of their whatever who they are, but that's not always something good. That toxic trait isn't always good. And so that's what I was explaining to him. Look, dude, like it wasn't even like that. Like I didn't mean it like that. I told you that I was gonna talk about this, and I told you exactly what I was gonna say. So I don't even know why you're mad. So yeah.
At least we got one dedicated listener.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, that's awesome to hear. However, I feel like there's some things that are better left unsaid. My personal hot take.
Agreed.
But I feel like that's part of me. Like, I feel like that's part of my growth. That's part of my journey. To be able to say one thing at one point and then to be able to, even me, learn from what I'm saying. Like,
Facts.
Like, when I said that, I'm like, dang, it sounds like I'm kind of telling like somebody that they're not enough. You know what I mean? And I never want to do that. That's one thing that I never want to do. So that's why I went back and I explained to him.
Like it's not that you're not enough. You're just not enough for me.
Yeah. You just don't have what I need at the moment.
You're digging it deeper and deeper. Just stop. I think that's what Paulina means by like.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have just kept it real cute and left it right there, but you just kept going.
Yeah, but the thing is because his face wasn't changing. I'm looking at his face.
I'm
and
sure
it
changed and got worse.
Well, I don't think it was going to change.
And it's something about people when they look at me and like that disappointment in their face that just kind of does something in me, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you are an empath. I can 100% like tell you that. You are an empath. Remember how we talked about one time about the woo-woos and all that stuff?
Yeah.
100% you feel other people's emotions. I know that about you. Like I think you and I are very similar in that aspect. I can tell just by the way that you are. I love that Tati literally says, I'm not an empath.
Sorry, not sorry.
No, I would take that any day because I feel like I carry so much just of people's emotions.
Yeah, it seems tiring. And I'm already tired.
We're exhausted over here.
And the tea got crazier. So after he did that, he legitimately, it was his birthday. So if you didn't know, it was his birthday.
Oh, I gotta buy him a gift now.
Yeah, it was his birthday weekend, and I didn't get invited to the brunch.
Ooh.
I only got invited to go party, but not to the brunch. It was
weren't enough.
It was only because
brunch.
we have like a mutual friend, and I was telling him, "Are you excited for this weekend?" and shit like that, And then he's all like, "Yeah." He's like, "What time are you gonna get there?" I'm like, 4. It starts at 3:30. Like we said, we were gonna go at 3:30. And he's like, "It starts at 1," and I'm like, 1. I'm like, what starts at 1? And he's all like, the brunch starts at 1 at Pilsen Yards or something like that. And I'm like, I didn't get invited, and I got so he
It
was trying to get one
happened?
on me, and I'm like, that's the difference.
Well, it worked,
No,
so-
but that's the difference and this is what I was telling him. The difference is that your intent, you like you intentionally did it to hurt me, I believe, and what I did, I didn't do it to hurt you. I was asked the question, and I said what it was, and that's what it is.
I told you at the beginning, though, people are going to hear you on a podcast or on social media, whatever it might be, and they're not always going to like what they hear or see. And that sucks. Like, major ass. I'm going to be very honest. I do this for a living every single day. And like you said, out of context, whatever, like, I never said it that way. I didn't mean it that way. I've learned, as hard as this is, it's about intention. You never intended to hurt his feelings.
Exactly.
What you said was a little rough, but
It was raw.
it didn't. You were not trying to hurt the man's feelings, and this is kind of what comes with the territory of this kind of production,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you were real. You're always gonna be real. Don't be a liar. So at least that was,
For sure.
that was a good thing.
Yeah, be real.
And
I'm
I
proud
thought
of
I
you.
cleaned it up, but that's just me.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes.
Have you guys ever like not been invited to something and found out like how he did? Like
Yes.
low key.
I
Never.
have.
This is the first time this happens to me.
I have.
You have?
I have, but apparently it was on accident that they could have sworn somebody else was going to tell me. And when the event happened, everybody was there and they were like, where's Tati? Everybody was like, where am I? And that's when they're like, oh, who fucked up? Because they all know how I am.
Yeah.
So I noticed it. Everybody was there. It was all on social media. And I was like,
But I can see that happening if it's going through a bunch of
But
people.
let me tell you, I got so many phone calls of apologies because they knew. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Oh, so they
But-
knew.
But they knew they fucked up.
Right, got
Like,
you.
and like the person whose party it was, like called me and was like, "Hey, I swear, like I promise it wasn't on purpose. I assumed this and this person told you, and then, and I was like, it is what it is. But I was mad.
Honestly,
But
like,
it was what it was. I got
honest-
over it real quick though.
Of course.
honestly, I don't mind not getting invited because, like now, like in retrospect, like when I think about it, I'm like, you know what? It's silly to get mad about stuff like that. If you don't want me to be there, then you don't. I mean, I'm not gonna be there.
I think I'd rather just like not be invited though than have to like kind of go through your situation, Tati, where you're like, oh, someone forgot or whatever. Because then I feel like I know people are busy. Everybody's lives, right? Everybody has things to do. But I can't picture like forgetting to invite someone that I really wanted somewhere.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what? My thought in this whole thing that happened to me was that your Gaber, oh my god, me and him have.
Be careful what you say, because he gonna listen to this next
It's
episode,
fine, it's
and
fine.
you're not invited to whatever the next
okay,
thing is. I'm
look
gonna tell you
at-
right now.
Okay, I mean,
Gaber, I
I mean,
already know
it's
you're not
something that we
inviting
talk about it
Nestor.
all out all the
aware.
time. We talk
I'll
about it
go
all the
though.
time.
I'm a good time.
But legitimately, okay, so he has this cousin, and I think he's attractive, right? He's straight.
Oh God.
Okay, hold on. I have
Messy.
never crossed the line with him at all. I've never done that. I'm a strong believer in kind of like not crossing the line, or if you're gonna like kind of like flirt with someone who may not be into you like that, you shoot your shot and that's it. But to be aggressive with someone or something like that, or something like that, I don't agree with that. Okay, so me and him are always talking about his cousins, right? I'm like, dang, your cousin is cute, right? I'll tell him your cousin's cute, and that I remember like maybe a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, I was just so bloated because I had just ate, so I'm like, oh shit, I said. We gotta bleep that out.
Leave
Okay?
that name out.
Okay, so I told him like, dude, I'm gonna have your cousin's baby like that. I was just fucking lying. I mean, I'm a boy. I can't really have babies or whatever. So whatever. I told him that, and he's like, say it again. And so he records me, and he sends it to him, and I'm like, bro, why would you send it to your cousin if you know it's gonna make him feel some type of way?
Right.
That's the only thing I feel like would have gotten me disinvited from that. But beyond that, but he's really cool, so I don't even think it was it. I think he was just upset about the whole. He heard the podcast, and so he wanted to uninvite me. But
Oh my
whatever.
God, you're about to lose a friendship with this.
On the topic of invitations and stuff, somebody at this table has a wedding coming up. So how is that going with invitations? Like, are you inviting everybody and their mother? Do
Oh my
people
God.
think they're going and the reality is they're not?
Oh my God.
How's that going?
That's so funny you brought that up. So I'm in a weird, like not a weird position, but like it's very interesting, right? So like, yes, the whole point of destination was like, oh, it's supposed to be like 20 people.
intimate.
I knew that was gonna be bullshit because my fiance's family, like just his cousins and aunts and uncles is I don't know, like 50 people. So that's
Just a
already
lot of
50.
people, yeah.
A lot of people. And then I'm like, well, my people too, friends, family, like my bridal party, everybody. Plus I want to invite people. So I was like, fuck it, it's gonna be a lot bigger. So I think I made a list on Excel, whatever, because I'm trying to stay organized.
Of course.
I want to say I'm at 100, but back to the forgetting the people thing. Every day I'm like, oh wait, did I invite this person? You know what I mean? So I'm texting out the save the dates because I didn't mess up. Like it was supposed to be in Cancun, which was the whole plan. So like me and my friend Nikki, she helped me a lot. Like we printed out the save the dates. So I was gonna be a joke where I was gonna like exit out and be like Vegas. It says Cancun on it, so I was like, oh shit, we gotta change this. So at that point, I was like, I don't want to do paper at this point. Let's just digitalize it, whatever. I'm like everyone's got a phone. Like I'm not playing with this. So then I sent those out, okay, and then every day I'm like adding people on my list. I'm like, oh, I forgot this person. I think we're at like 101 or something right now. Granted, though, the thing about destination is that everybody's gonna go, which is kind of nice for me, if you know what I mean. If you're like not, if it was here, then everyone, their mom was gonna come. It's just easier, which is totally fine. But I was like, I didn't want like a church. I didn't want to wear a big like quinceañera dress. Like I didn't want to like a big puffy dress. Like it's not what I wanted. So I'm happy that this works out. And it's funny because I always repeat the story that you said where I sounded so much more excited about Vegas compared to Cancun, and I love Cancun
for sure,
but it got me really excited. So yes, like we're doing that, and then I just booked my hotel room. So now I have to make the invitation basically. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna print invites. Then that happened where I'm like, well, I don't want to print and mail, and everybody's Nana, like they even have they have digital access, like they have an email, whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to make a website, and like because it's destination.
So many people are doing that
I've
nowadays.
Seen that.
It's so much easier. Everything you need is on the website. Everything.
And I saw that too, and it was like registry, which like I don't want a bridal shower, I don't want a registry, like I don't need a toaster, I don't need your like
bachelorette party.
Bachelorette maybe, but I'm thinking like just do it in Vegas while we're there Friday nights. Yes. So like since we're there Friday, kind of make it happen that day. And whoever's there with us in town can come, obviously. So that's what we're thinking of doing. But I'm like, I don't want that, so I'm gonna make the invites. But my friend's gonna help me this weekend, cause girl, I don't know how fuck I'm doing.
So who gets invited and who doesn't?
Who get like? How do you and your fiance decide? Yes, no.
Like
yes,
I know
no.
I'm invited.
Spill,
but like,
spill the tea. Like. If you're going to Paulina's wedding, what qualified you to get invited?
It's so interesting you say that because my fiance would just pick his family and his like 2 friends. He has 2 friends. So he would just pick that. I mean, it's more than that, but it's 2 friends in my eyes. And I have 1,000 friends that I was like, oh no, I want them there. I was at their stuff or this and that, and they're my friend. I see them, you know, every Tuesday for this podcast. Like this is like, these are my friends. I call these people like important people in my life. Him and I have very different definition of what's like who's important, if you will, you know what I mean? Like he literally has 2 friends, and I like have 1,000, and I'm very proud of that. And we always bump heads over this or whatever, because it's destination. Like I think it was easier to open it up because, like I said, not everybody can come, and I completely understand. I would never hold it against anyone. I think brides who do that are fucking weird.
It's more of a commitment, for sure. 100%.
You gotta pay and stay and take time off work and pay some more. Like, no, I'm not gonna hold that against anybody. But as far as who's invited and stuff, like it's interesting because I see a lot of TikToks, and they say if you haven't talked to somebody in over a year, they're not invited. And I agree, because I wouldn't invite like a friend that I talked to in like 2019 or I haven't hung out with since. That'd be fucking weird. But family, I'm weird. I feel like you have to invite them.
Fuck that.
No?
Girl. Ooh.
Why?
I used to be that person that, you know, family. But fuck that.
But also,
no,
I think it...
No.
It matters when, if you have a big family.
Nope, I don't care.
If you have such a big family,
nope, haters.
It's different than if you have a little family. If you have a little family,
I have a tiny family,
then you're going to invite everybody. But if you have a big family, then you could be more kind of like selective.
I almost disagree with that. Like Javi's I have a big family, but they're in another country. They're not coming to
But
Vegas. For him, he has to invite you can't not invite like one uncle.
But to him, it's different because he doesn't have a lot of friends. So it kind of like levels.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, it balances out with him because his friends are his family in a sense, you know?
They are, yeah.
You know what?
So am I.
I'm where I am right now in life. It's my little tiny family is the only family that's going to be there, and that's like 5 people.
Yeah.
And that's it, because family is just a word.
But you're going to invite all your friends.
But your friends, no?
No, I'm not inviting all my friends.
No?
What?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, how would you do this? Because you have more friends than me.
Are like, I'm not paying for nobody's nothing.
No, so if you would have asked me like 10 years ago, I would have said I'm going to have the big my big fat Greek wedding. Like that.
Girl, we all thought
we're having
that. Like,
I just watched that movie.
That is what initially I thought I was going to have. But as you get older, you know, you realize you really only want the people there that genuinely will celebrate you in the best times and be there with you in the worst times. And so I would like, if my time ever comes, a destination wedding and very intimate. I would say like 50 to 75 people.
Yeah.
And I only say that because whoever I marry, I guess they have a say, right?
Yeah.
So whoever they are. But no, as far as family goes, I think there's literally 5 people in my family, and those are the only family members that matter.
And then
my closest
Tia.
friend, no, like that's really it. Okay, maybe not 5, maybe there's like 7, but no.
It's interesting though because like your parents, I don't know how your parents are, but a lot of times, from what I've heard, and I guess my mom kind of does this a little bit. His parents don't do it, but my mom does. I'm over here adding coworkers of hers to my list. I'm like, why is your fucking assistant principal coming to Cancun? Like, and she just feels connected to these people where she's like, oh, but they have to come. I'm like, okay, if it was here, they can come because it's a banquet hall down the street.
Right.
But like, if we're going to Vegas, I don't need your boss there.
Yeah, I don't need my boss there either because that's my boss too.
No, I get it. I think sometimes you're raised like to be like that, and so you have to like. I think we get to a place in our life where like, do you rather have like whatever your culture is telling you to do and how you were raised to do things, or do you want to have fun? You know.
I also feel like I had a sweet 16. So I mean, I'm not Mexican, so it was like a quinceañera, but we did sweet 16, and I had 350 people there.
Oh shoot!
And so
she's
I
all
feel
like, "Who are these people?"
But no, really, like my grandfather, God rest his soul, he invited people from Colombia. He invited, all my Middle Eastern family, people who I don't even call family, don't consider family, wouldn't think about inviting them to any small thing I have. So it's like I had the big party for my sweet 16, which was like a wedding because they're really expensive. You got that to look forward to in 16 years with your daughter. So I had that, and it was so much fun, but it was so much money. So many people that honestly I don't know their names. They were there. My mom invited coworkers, and it was a great time. But I did that. So when it's my turn and it's time for me to get married and plan something, intimate will be the way to go for me.
Yeah, I think you like what I was saying. You get to a place in your life where like you have to change. Like for us, we're used to that too, and so I think now for like all the parties, instead of being with all my tias and all my tios, we usually just be like it's my brothers, my sister, my mom, and my dad.
Got you.
So yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that, but I'm telling you, like destination wedding, if you can swing that, I would say do it. I think it's so much better. It does eliminate people, not in a bad way. I'm not shitting on people who can't come. I'm just saying it makes it a little like less than it was if it was here. Because here, I do feel like you're obligated, wherever your hometown is, you're obligated to invite your neighbors, everybody. Because like, how can you not? Like you said, we're raised. I was raised that way, where it's like everyone's invited. The mailman's invited.
That's true though, because like I would say like in the last 4 years, I got invited to like 2 or 3 destination weddings, like in Guatemala and Mexico and that. But like people I really don't talk to. So in my head, I'm like, why are you inviting me to your wedding?
Because they want you to send a gift.
I know. I know, but it was just weird. But then in my head, I'm like, oh, it's a destination wedding. And a lot of times you have to you pay for a certain amount, I'm assuming at a hotel or whatever. So if people don't show up, you still have to pay. So I'm like, maybe I'm one of those like backup people because there's no way I would invite them to my wedding. So I'm like, why are you inviting me?
That's really interesting you say
It's
that whole
weird
backup thing. I think one time I was...
You're so mean.
I know. She's fucking ruthless. I love it.
She's heartless, but I like that.
There was one time where I was invited, but I was told that it was a backup because it was an invite. Well, no, straight up. And I talked about it before on air, and I was like, damn, I don't know. But, like, I mean, listen, I'm not mad at it, but one of my girls, love her. We're not, like, besties, but we're cool as hell. And she had people drop out because of COVID. This was post-COVID.
Oh, right.
But, like, not during, but, like, it was post, which it was still, like, obviously happening.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was, like, last minute. Obviously, if you have COVID, don't come to my wedding.
Yeah.
So a couple dropped out, and she's like, they have COVID, they can't come or whatever. Would you like to come? But she told me straight up what it was.
Yeah, she was honest.
And it was a week in advance. And I was like, oh, damn, I'm a backup invite. Which, at that point, I would have just ate it at that point and been like, okay, you're not coming. I still paid for your plate, but fuck it. Right. I don't think I would reach out like, hey, Nestor, my friend, Tati got fucking COVID. Come to my wedding.
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd rather
What's worse? that, like being the backup guest, or being like the plus one to like the plus one's plus one almost, where it's like, oh, come with me, I get a plus one. You know the person whose wedding is, but you weren't invited, so you're going as somebody's plus one.
And
it's
I know
like,
that person.
and you know the
I
person
think
getting married. It's
that
like,
matters. That matters.
it's like, dang, I didn't get invited, but I'm still going because I'm somebody's plus one.
How
Like,
well are we talking though?
oh, I don't know. That's never happened to me.
I she's saying all these hypothetical questions.
It hasn't, but I'm just like thinking.
No,
about it,
I
like,
think it
ooh.
does matter if you know the person. I
Mhm.
think it definitely does matter. You're gonna get offended because of whatever. So I'd rather not be invited than be a backup or whatever. But if I don't know the person and I'm somebody's plus one, I don't care. It's free food.
Yeah, I guess if I don't know the person, but if it's like a good friend, like I don't know, like if you
Yeah.
invited Nestor to your wedding and then you're like, hey, do you want to come to Tati's wedding? I feel
Right,
like that's
like
so fucking
why would
weird.
she not invite me?
But if it's like
I'm right there.
someone I don't know, or like maybe I met once or
I
something.
sit right next to her.
Yeah, I'm on your
That's
left.
kind of fucked up.
That's what I'm
Imagine.
saying.
Yeah,
Dang.
no, I don't. Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know, you guys. The wedding thing is interesting because I feel like I'm very untraditional, and it makes me a little guilty. I feel guilty.
Why? No, don't feel guilty.
Question. I feel like this topic is wedding stuff, but
That's interesting.
speaking of that, okay, so how are you as far as I feel like I know your answer to this,
Yeah.
but are you one of those people that sends guests like what not to wear, what to wear?
oh my
This
god.
is the attire. This is what I expect. Like, are you going to be one of those?
Back to my guilt. I feel like I'm not Bridezilla enough. Is that fucking weird or what?
No.
People are like, I'm too Bridezilla. I'm crazy. I'm Bridezilla. Everybody's like, hates the bride at this point. I am the opposite. You won't even know it's my wedding. You probably
Yeah.
were like, who's getting married? Like, I haven't heard
believe
nothing.
it.
Serving tables.
I believe it.
I'm out here fucking bringing out
She's
plates of pasta.
bartending. Double shot.
Hey,
You
guys.
good?
Yeah, I might be. Like, that's how chill I am because my coworker asked me that. She's like, oh, would you get mad if I wore, because it's Vegas and she wants to wear like a skanky outfit. And I was like, please do. Like, I don't care.
Don't wear
We're
white.
in Vegas.
Yeah,
Common
white.
sense. Common sense.
Yeah, don't wear white. Exactly.
Common sense.
But like, it's a good question because I feel like guilty for a couple reasons, and I feel like I'm not Bridezilla enough, and that's
No,
the
that's
weirdest
fine.
thing ever.
No, I think at the end of the day, it's your day. Like
Yeah.
it's your fucking day. Like
Yeah.
you get to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Drink as much as you want to drink. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I
Mhm.
think stop thinking about everybody else, but think about you that day. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. We'll see, you guys. I gotta get these invitations out soon so
You're
people
gonna be
can book
fine.
their rooms and stuff. I'm getting a little nervous because in Vegas, that weekend out of all the weekends in October are a little more expensive. And like, I know people are still gonna do it and come out, whatever, but I still feel bad. Like, I'm trying to make this as inexpensive
What is it
for
like
everybody.
Halloween, right?
No, it's the weekend before Halloween.
Not you exposing her wedding
Oh.
date.
No, it's fine. You can. Yeah, it's
Now
that
like-
weekend
everybody knows.
before, which is
Wedding
like,
crasher.
yes,
wedding
right?
crashers.
It's yeah. So I'm just like, crap. Is a
Oh my
festival.
God! Did you hear my laugh?
Sexy. Very nice.
The
Like-
funnier something is, the uglier my
I
laugh
know.
is. So
Yeah.
if I snort, I'm
Oh, I
dying of laughter.
scream.
It's hilarious.
Leave that out too.
No,
I'm like, why am I
it's authentic.
Why am I
I
doing
know, right?
that?
No, I was talking about me. Okay, go.
It's all about you.
So yeah, so Paulina's gonna bartend at your wedding.
I think I
You're
will.
probably gonna be a whore, and
I mean,
I'm
we're
just
in
gonna be on the
Vegas.
dance floor.
We're in Vegas.
I
I'm gonna be
love
on the
it.
dance floor.
Everyone needs
so.
to be a whore that weekend.
Everyone wants to be a whore.
Mhm.
I'm excited.
If
I'm
you want
excited.
to.
Yeah.
No, not
I
me.
am.
You're gonna be a whore.
We're gonna go to the strip club
I love that for you.
for us.
I'm going
Ooh,
to.
I
but
want to
yes.
go to a Magic Mike show.
Yeah, that doesn't do it for me.
But here, okay,
She wants
yes, I'm with you on that. But like, I need like some real dancers, like not these scrawny little like twig dancers. Like,
She wants that
like
meat.
I want that
Not the
thick, like
twigs.
dancer on me.
She wants.
Because
the
I've
meat.
never been.
to Vegas or to a
No, I've been
show?
to Vegas. I've never like been like I've never had a male stripper in front of me.
I don't know
or
why they don't do it
anything.
for me.
They don't
I
do it for me either,
actually-
but I would like to experience
I
to
wanna
know
show you
for
guys
sure.
something. I want to show you.
I would
guys
like to
something.
find out.
I would like to find out
Well,
firsthand.
me on the other hand, I have
You
male
slept with a male
strippers.
stripper?
I have male strippers.
You slept with a male stripper?
No, I have
wouldn't- it
male.
wouldn't
I
surprise
have
me.
male strippers sending hearts to me. Look at.
Oh,
Look at
you're
it.
course you do.
so
Look at it.
cool.
Wow.
Of course, you. What, I wouldn't expect less.
He's a
Right.
Brazilian hot stripper. He's really
Of
hot.
course he is.
Why
They
are we
say
not
hot.
hollering at him?
Because he's
He's-
married. He's married.
Okay, but he's
I'll-
sending you hard.
A lot of the strippers that I like are married. They're straight. So I'm like,
That's
whatever.
not
I just look at
surprising.
them. We're cool. We're friends.
We're
And that's
friends. You would be
Mhm.
friends. I love
They
that
try
for
to
you.
put their penis on me. I'm like, you're married. Back away.
You're married.
Yeah.
away.
Stop hitting me with it. But yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my god, you're terrible.
Dude, I don't know. But I hope you guys can come.
Vegas.
Yes.
I'm
like,
there.
curious.
I've
there.
actually never been to Vegas.
I'm
Never?
going to Vegas
Never.
in 3 weeks.
Ooh. What are you going
Lucky.
for? Dance?
No,
Oh.
just life.
Fun. Life.
Life.
Who
You're
are
gonna
you?
go twice this
Who
year?
are you going
it's
with?
It's St. Patrick's Day,
Yes.
the day I go, and that weekend I guess is March Madness.
Okay.
So there's a lot going on.
I've never heard of
no.
March
I have no
Madness.
idea. I don't care about any of it. I'm
Wanna
going to
go.
Vegas
Mm.
just because
Who are you going
I
with?
need a
Yeah,
little
who are you going
vacation. I'm going with my family, and then a friend of mine's gonna be out there with their family and their friends.
What friend?
No, like my good friend.
Oh, okay.
No.
Not
like,
that friend.
No, like my actual, like my good friend.
Okay.
My good friend.
Not the other friend.
No. Anyway,
What
my,
friend am I talking about?
Yeah,
No,
right? We
my
all know
my
which
friend who's we've been friends for many years.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
love that. All these friends.
But I'm excited about Vegas because I've never been there. How
Yeah,
many times
same.
have you been there?
Once, and I was there for like
Work, right?
2 days. But I didn't leave like a certain area because I was just overwhelmed. I really did get overwhelmed.
What?
Vegas, you don't need to be there longer than 3 days.
That's why my wedding
you
is a
don't.
weekend. It's wild.
Last
wedding
year I was in
weekend.
Vegas for a dance competition, and we were there from like Tuesday to Sunday,
Mhm.
and that was way too long. Way
Like,
too long. Like I was
I gotta
over it by
go.
Saturday. Like no, by Friday I was over it.
Yeah.
I was ready to go. I actually left on an earlier flight because I was ready to go.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Because
how you knew,
what is
like,
there to do
Yeah.
besides strip clubs and
Cocaine?
casinos?
Oh.
I didn't do
Different
any of
Z's.
those
Not
things.
cocaine, Paulina.
I was being funny, but
I didn't do any of those
So
things.
we know she did cocaine.
I
No,
did
just-
not.
I didn't do any of those things. But yeah, I mean it's fun. But
Yeah.
I
It's
think
so
anything after
hot.
that.
It's
Oh, I
so-
love a hot. Like I love hot.
It's so hot
I
for me.
love walking and my feet are burning
No,
because that means like I'm right in the
I
sun.
don't. I can only
love
take
that.
so much of the heat.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I
it's too
love the
much for
heat.
me.
yeah,
I
I'm
love it.
excited.
It's
I'm
gonna
really
be fun.
excited. I just like need to like plan logistics. So like that's the only thing about like the downside, I guess, of all of this, because if it was in Cancun, everyone's on the resort.
Mhm.
So like you just walk from your room to I don't know the beach
event,
right
wherever.
and the beach, and then next to the beach is the party, whatever it was gonna be, and it was really beautiful. But this was a little more complicated, and I was like losing my mind. And I was on the phone with my friend Nikki a lot because she made a point, like she had a very different type of wedding. I mean, her wedding was like a fucking massive Italian
Mhm.
wedding, $100,000 type of wedding, very
Mhm,
different than mine,
mhm.
and it was here.
Mm.
And she had everything like logistically planned out. So she's like, this is a little different than what I have done. And I'm like, no, I completely get it, but like you're very creative, so like help me. Like, what are we gonna do? So it's just like little things like booking the damn party bus. You know what I mean?
I
Like, do
think
I need two?
You definitely need some kind of itinerary.
Yes, that's what we're
you
doing.
need the itinerary.
Yes.
Should
need-
you
need
hire
that.
Tati for the weekend?
I might have to. Are you good with planning?
She's a teacher.
Yes, I'm great with planning, but I just want to party.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna say she might
don't
want to
hire
party.
me.
I asked my
I'll,
friend.
I'll just help you for
Tati's,
free.
I'm here for a
before,
friend.
But there,
I'm here to be a friend, Tati.
Yeah, I'm there to be a guest, a friend.
I know. I don't want to. I was gonna ask my friend to photograph because she's in my bridal party, and she's a bomb ass. She's the what is it called? The main person at the Shade Room. She
Okay.
oversees the social for Shade Room
Oh,
now.
wow.
Shout out to AC. She was like, I love that you asked me, and I kind of get this. She's like, I just don't want to be responsible if you don't like the photos or it's not what you envision. Like, this is a big day for you, and I'm like, girl,
The
like whatever you
pressure.
do.
The
Yes,
pressure.
but I don't want to put the pressure on her. But I was willing to pay her. She's already gonna be there. All these things,
Yeah.
and she was like, I love you, but like I don't want to be responsible, and
I
I get
appreciate
that.
the honesty.
Yeah, but
You're like,
she's
can you just
bomb.
oversee it?
Yeah, I think I would be against like hiring people I'm close with just for that reason, because I probably will be the person that like I don't like that, and I would
Yeah.
hate to put anybody in that position.
Because that's how friendships I can see kind of fall apart.
Yeah,
Right.
You
yeah.
see that friendship.
Unless
It's
it's like
happened.
somebody like them so well. It's like you can't.
Like
mess
I
it
would
up.
never
You
hold
know,
it against you.
Yeah,
can-
you're not that type
Of
of
course,
person.
you can do fucking iPhone pictures and I
Yeah.
won't get mad. But
I
I
love it.
get
Or
some
so-
brides are really like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
In a way, don't get mad. But I feel like you would be kind of
Bridezilla? I think
yeah,
so.
I think you would have.
No, yeah, I
She's
would.
Bridezilla now.
I'm not
Yeah.
even a bride.
Yeah.
I'm bridesmaidzilla. Like, no, I don't think I'd be full bridezilla, but I think like I would want things.
Tati.
I have high expectations, and I would.
You're
want
lying
things
to
go
yourself
my
right
way.
now.
No, my mom would be bridezilla, and she's not even the bride. It'll be my mom.
Oh my god.
Oh, your mom would. Your mom.
My mom would be the bridezilla, and she'd stress me out.
Okay, so how much say do parents have then in weddings? And I'm dead ass serious because I feel so grateful. Fiance's parents, they don't say a damn word.
Yeah.
And my mom, she's got her opinions, like, again, inviting, her coworkers,
Right.
but it's nothing else, which I'm so grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your parents have a say? Is
I
that, like,
think
old school of me to say?
It is an old school. Like, my parents wouldn't have a say in my wedding just because, like, it's my wedding. I don't care. Like, I do things my way. But parents definitely do have a say in the wedding. How about you? Well, I know Tati's parents would.
I feel like your
Probably
mom
not.
would.
Yeah,
Your
my
would
dad.
chill.
No, my dad's so chill.
Yeah.
My dad.
Oh,
if
I
my mom likes
see.
it, my dad's like, it's great, love it.
So your
my
mom is
mom-
the more like.
My mom is the, but my
Matriarch? She's
my
the
mom
matriarch of
knows
the-
me so well. So I know this is hard to believe, but I'm actually not that like in your face. I know, it's surprising. I'm really not. My mom is though.
Mhm.
So with her, I could be super laid back, and she knows me so well that she'll just plan everything for me, and I'll be like, yes, that's
She
great.
said I got
Love that."
50%
No.
of that.
Yeah, so I think that's the good part about it. But there's certain things I know for a fact. The only person I will ever ask for advice is my mom. Like for
Okay.
example, like if I were to go wedding dress shopping, I would just want my mom and my grandma. But like that's it. Cuz I know some women like do it like a big thing, like they take their best friends and like it's a group thing.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
But would you go against your mom?
I don't think I'd go against
Dun, dun,
her.
dun, dun.
No, I don't think I would go against her, but I do think I put up a good fight for things. I
Mm-hmm.
think there would either be compromise or I get what I want.
I can see
But
that.
it would not be a full go against her or she goes against me. Because in the end, she actually, like, we're very similar. So I think we'd be on the same page.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that.
Mhm.
I applied for that show. I'm such a loser. That Say Yes to the Dress. My friend Nikki was on it, so her wedding was filmed for Say Yes to the Dress. That's one I mentioned to you, that big
Mhm,
wedding.
mhm.
And I applied for it just for shits and giggles. And like they asked you like, what's like your budget on your dress? And I'm like, it's way less than all of these. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like I'm about to go to fashionnova.com, which they have really cute wedding dresses, by the way. Someone put them to me. And I was
Not
like,
Fashion Nova.
I wouldn't wear it, but I was shocked.
That'll be cute though for
Shocked.
like you know,
Vegas shit.
Vegas,
I
like
know.
leading
Yeah.
I
up to
found
the
The
event.
aesthetic of it, yeah. the
Yeah.
aesthetic of it,
Because they're like half. I'm like, what?
Or like just for pictures for like
just for girl.
People
and
are
I have
gonna
a
go-
caption. Do you want to know my Instagram caption? I'm gonna share it right now.
you heard it
Share
here
it.
first, exclusive.
Exclusive. So one of the photos, like you said, aesthetic, like
Mhm.
me getting into like a what is it called? A Cadillac? What does
yeah,
Elvis drive?
Yeah, a convertible or no?
Yeah, because he's picking us up.
I
What is
don't
it
know
called?
nothing about
It's a
cars,
Cadillac,
guys.
right? Yeah, in a pink Cadillac is what it is. So he's Elvis is picking us up and taking us to the chapel. But like photos or whatever around there, I want to do some fun photos.
Yeah.
The caption is gonna be Cardi B, my girl. It's gonna say, I could wear designer, but this Fashion Nova fit. And it's gonna
There
say
you go.
Vegas.
I like that.
Yes!
Yeah.
It's her lyric from a song
I
that
love
like,
that
'cause
for
I'm
you.
such a dork. But yes.
Cardi B fan.
But no, I found a website. A couple people have sent me whatever. Cause like growing up, I thought like David's Bridal was like it. Cause I'm like, oh, it's all I know.
Mhm.
And then today I actually went downtown because I had to do something for work in a meeting in Gold Coast, and there was like a bunch of bridal stores like in the Gold Coast area or whatever, the Viagra, whatever the fuck it's called, Viagra Triangle. And I was like, oh, I should definitely like start looking because low key I kind of want to just to get an idea of the style. However, I don't want a traditional dress, so
She
I'm a
doesn't
little
want to keep saying
torn.
it a dress. She
I
said
don't want
it.
a puffy dress.
Right.
I don't want it to be like too sparkly. Like it has to. So my bridesmaids are wearing boss bitch power suits.
Mhm.
Yes.
So like
love
they're
that.
yeah,
Fucking right.
Nikki's idea. I'm
Mm.
telling you, that girl's a fucking genius, and
That's so cool.
it's amazing. And I was like, wait, I love that because I don't want them wearing dresses. Like we have to
Yeah, throw
do
it.
something fun. So I need something fun. So I don't know.
It's crazy how much you guys have thought about this.
What do you mean?
Well, I know she has, because I haven't thought about it. Well, I was thinking about what I was saying, but I'm like, wait, she's just said she hasn't really thought about it. But I haven't even thought about getting married.
No?
Isn't that crazy? I
I've always
can't.
thought
I
about
can't
it.
fathom it. I can't fathom it at all.
Like your wedding, like details and
Like
shit?
I want to be in love is all I
Of
know.
course, of course.
But as far
if
as
you're getting married
details,
tomorrow,
where, when, how, what time of the year,
you have nothing that you would like.
Nothing. Just me and that person, I think, and that's
Maybe
it.
go to the courthouse. That's also dope.
I think I would want to be outside, maybe like I don't know.
In the forest. You're a forest kind of girl.
Yeah,
Mosquitoes?
yeah, maybe some Twilight, like
Ooh,
that
the
Twilight
forest
vibe
vibe.
thingy. Yeah,
The little lights.
maybe I don't know, but I haven't thought about it.
That's interesting.
So like listening to you guys talk about it, I'm like, dang, like I haven't even thought about my
Okay.
wedding.
But it changes, just like you said, like we're allowed
Mhm.
to change in the beginning of this
Mhm.
episode. Like growing up, like when I had my Barbies and all that, like Barbie was getting married in a church. Barbie was going to a banquet hall in the
Mhm.
neighborhood. Like that's what Barbie did.
Yeah.
and she wore a big dress. It was family, and it was
Yep.
like a big thing.
Yep.
And look at me, I'm going to a fucking strip club in Vegas, basically, to get married. I'm going to
Love
Little
that.
Whitechapel
What a
because
change.
that's what I want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
And
it's
I-
very interesting.
And I think your partner and your relationship also dictates how that looks.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I'm just so in love with
Yeah.
whoever I'm gonna marry, I may just be so happy with simple things. I can't even say that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Hold on. No, no.
I think because I can't even picture
But
myself
you-
like, is
yeah,
it?
you're not gonna be.
no,
simple.
but maybe like it won't be so much about the wedding, and I'll just be more excited about the marriage. Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
it's supposed to be.
This is
It's
getting me
supposed
like
to be.
really, it's giving me anxiety to think about it.
It's
Right
giving
now.
me anxiety.
Yeah, because I know obviously like, cause
You know what's
What-
funny? I'm the only married person here.
exactly.
How is that process for you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Spill your tea. What? How much say did you have in your wedding?
0.
Really?
Yeah,
But
I
you
didn't
were
want
okay
any.
with it, no?
He
Or-
said, I don't want to.
were you okay with that? Or
Yeah,
See, I
absolutely.
feel like most.
For me, it was always about my wife's vision of what she wanted. And so it was really my wife, her mom, and my mom who put in like the most say. But yeah, no, for me, I had zero idea, zero want. All I wanted to do was just be there, really.
I love that, but who paid for
Oh.
everything? If you don't mind me
I did.
asking. See, that's ideal. I want somebody
So-
who doesn't have an
He's a
opinion,
man. He's a
just
real
money
man.
to
Just
pay for it.
just a
all.
check.
You know what's funny? You know how you said like I have to pay for a quinceañera?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the trade-off, right? As a father of a daughter, you
Mhm.
pay for yeah. In typical Hispanic households, the man pays for the wedding. And so if I had a daughter, like I have a daughter, I'd pay for a quinceañera and I expect her partner to pay for the wedding.
Mm.
If she
agree
marries
with
Hispanic.
that though.
I like that.
If she marries
I agree.
like
I wouldn't want my
Anglo
dad
or
to
a
pay for
different
my
culture,
wedding. He
then
paid
it's a
for
different
his
thing.
wedding. Like
Yeah.
you don't gotta pay for mine.
That's
But yeah.
interesting.
But being married,
I don't
like
wanna pay for
honestly,
shit.
like you
So
guys
is
are
that-
freaking out about a wedding.
yeah.
It was probably maybe top 10 greatest days with my wife in
Love
the
that.
history of our relationship.
Yeah.
Not like the greatest day, maybe top 15.
And you
That's-
say that why though? Because you
Because
didn't
people
enjoy
put so much
it.
pressure, like, oh, it has to be a perfect day. It has to do this. I have
Yeah.
to have the most badass thing. And honestly, it goes by in such a blur. You don't even really enjoy it.
You don't even
Yeah.
eat half the time.
And-
Yeah,
right?
like literally, we had a wedding planner. Her only job was to make sure that we were fed,
Mhm.
make sure everyone was going where they're supposed to go.
Yes.
And like she literally pulled us aside, said, "You're not going to eat for the rest of the night. Here's food. Eat something."
Yes.
And I
No.
think it's important that, and it sounds crazy to even say this, but I'm sure you could relate. Like, remember to hang out with your wife at your wedding?
Yeah. No,
Because
yeah.
I feel like I've gone to so many weddings and the bride and groom are nowhere near each other.
They're at bars. They're saying
Which,
hi to people.
okay,
they're
you know,
taking shots.
you're obviously going around celebrating with those you
Yeah,
love, but
absolutely.
at the end of the day, like, I just want to like slow dance with my mans, and then
Yeah,
I
it
want to
doesn't
throw it
happen.
with my mans, and then you
Ooh.
all
Hey,
can watch.
hey,
But like,
Tati.
I want to be
She
so
wants to
like
make babies
in
on the
love that it's
floor.
like nobody else is there. Like y'all are there, but like
Exactly.
this is our
I-
day, not my day, our day.
I think
Yeah,
for
it's
me,
tough.
the reason why I haven't even thought about it is because I haven't really quite envisioned myself if I'm gonna marry a man or if I'm gonna marry a woman. So for me, it's kind of like I think once I fall in love with someone, I'm gonna have a better idea. Like, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do. And so I think for me, I'm just like kind of like a student, even like just hearing you guys out and stuff like that. I'm like,
That's interesting.
yeah, it's
I like really quickly want to go back to one point because
Yeah.
I struggle with this and you mentioned it.
What's up?
You said that men typically Hispanic men will pay for their own wedding,
Yeah.
but if you're a father of a daughter, you pay for the quince, obviously.
Mhm.
So like, is that a white people thing? Like, I'm dead seriously because I Google this a lot because I was curious. I'm like, who's supposed to traditionally pay for the wedding? I don't have a dad. Full disclosure. So I'm like, he ain't paying for shit. He left. He's at the liquor store still. He never came back. He got a pack of cigarettes. I'm just kidding. It's a joke I run with. He got a pack of cigarettes. He never came back. But my question is like, is that like an American thing?
do you mean?
Because like when they say the father of the bride, it's so medieval.
Right.
The father of the
Right.
bride pays for it. I was like, well, I don't have one, so bro, we gotta like.
I feel like
So
that's
the
very
father of
Eurocentric.
the father of the bride doesn't pay for it in Hispanic household.
But in
So,
American, I'm assuming because I Google
it's
it.
usually like split, or there's like a conversation. So like I have a friend, he's getting married. He's Hispanic.
Okay.
His wife is white, or his fiance is white.
Okay.
They're splitting it 50-50. And so like that's very
The families are.
the families are.
But
They're not responsible
I've
for
They're
it.
not responsible. I have known couples who've both white. Neither of the families paid for anything. They did it on their own, and they did a super small wedding. So I think it just depends, because like for like Italian
Oh.
culture,
Mhm.
it's a huge wedding. Like my wedding, I had 300 people. My brother's wedding, we had like 500 people. My other brother's wedding, we had like 500 people.
Yep.
So it's different every culture because if you're like more of an American culture, 150 people tops,
Right.
100 people tops.
I guess you're right.
I've seen people do weddings literally at like a dinner party. Like I know
Mhm.
someone got married at Chicago Cup, 50 people. I didn't make the cut, but
Damn,
Yeah,
that
you
sucks.
Chicago
Damn.
Yeah, I've heard that like in straight. Now I have to use that terminology, but I've heard that in straight couples, basically, because the man is gonna take care of his wife for the rest of their life. That traditionally that basically he's gonna pay for the wedding.
Yeah.
The bride's dad pays for the wedding
Bride's
because
dad.
of that. Yeah.
I hear that, like, well, I don't hear it. I Googled it, and I was
Mhm.
just, like, so confused because I was, like, growing up, like, I would hear that, or I would assume that, I guess, is
Yeah.
the question.
Right.
So then I was like, oh, shit. I was like, well, there's a big equation missing, and I was like, and I would never put that on my mother. It's weird. So
Right.
then, like, having conversations with my fiance, I guess, like, exactly Hispanic culture, like, fiance, Mexican man that I'm marrying, like, yes, it's taken care of and stuff. But I was just, by him, but I was just so confused. I'm like, am I supposed to, like, go find my dad? Like, low-key, I was like, I don't get it.
Like, listen, there's one reason and one reason only we're here.
Yeah.
Pay for my wedding.
I think when you're in a
owe me.
relationship,
30 years later, Dad,
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 Father.
here's the bill.
you're back.
but when you're in a relationship with someone, you start just like seeing like who makes more money and all that. I feel like you don't really think
but-
about all that.
No, I think it's very much like a culture thing
Mhm.
because
I
it's
think so.
100% like how you grew up. Because if you grew up in like a white household, it's very much how Paulina's saying, where it's like the father of the bride pays for it.
Mhm.
And that's like a traditional like white
Yeah.
household. Hispanic household, it'd be like offensive if the father of the
Bride has to pay for it.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
almost like, dang, you marrying a broke dude? He
That's
can't
what it-
afford to marry you?
I always tell my wife, I'm like, I paid 4 chickens and 2 cows to marry you to your
Yeah,
family.
a sheep, like what?
Yeah, so my
Because that's what it
mom-
was back in the day.
Yeah, so my mom's Middle Eastern and Colombian, right?
Similar,
and
yeah.
so my mom's father, he paid for her wedding dress. That he paid for.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's
That
what
was
my
like
that's
a
what my
gift-
father-in-law
the
did.
gift. He paid.
So,
He
like,
paid for her wedding
yeah.
dress.
So they paid for my wife's wedding dress.
Mhm.
So like, and they went to go decide it on their own and everything else. But yeah,
Yeah, I think it's totally like case by case
it's a
scenario.
lot.
Because my mom told me like the gift she's giving us, and she's like but she says for the wedding. I'm
Mhm.
assuming that amount of money could be used for whatever we want, but she said for the wedding. So I was like, well, and I told her like, I don't want to put that on you. Don't feel like any kind of guilt. Like
Mhm,
we
mhm.
have this handled. This is not even a question. I just don't like. She's a single woman, you know, like has a house and like a life, and her other daughter's getting married next year. So I was like, I don't like, don't put that stress on yourself. And she was like, no, I want this. This is what I've always wanted to do for my daughter.
yeah.
You know, so
Can't take that away from you.
right.
Yeah.
And it's also different because most people they got married pre 2000 and like 20. It's a whole different price bracket. Like I got married in
do you mean?
2019.
Oh, like it went up.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
everything went up.
Like
Oh,
I got
mean,
married in
everything.
2019, and I think
Eggs went
for
up.
what it would have cost.
They
I'm
not
sorry,
the
what?
I'm
said
like, the
eggs
eggs
went
went up.
Eggs are
Sorry,
out
that
here
just-
bougie. as
Eggs didn't
hell.
go up.
That took me out. I'm sorry.
So-
what were you saying?
I got married in
Into my
2019,
mindsets.
and my wedding, all like transparency, cost like 35,000. That same wedding,
The
would-
average American wedding, by the way, I've googled it. I'm on Google
that would probably would have cost now like 60 grand.
easily.
Yeah.
Everything's
And I did
Oh.
that at 35, like using my like wholesale connections, like business things and all that, like strategies of saying like, oh, it's not for a wedding, it's just for like a family reunion, and it cost me 30.
love
I
that.
love it. You
I
do
love that.
what you gotta do.
It's a fundraiser
We
for my
are-
dancers. Just for the sake
It's
of
a
it, my
school
kids are gonna
event.
perform at my wedding. Like, they'll just
I have a 501c3.
right.
I
That's
can't, dude.
hilarious.
That's
No, you're not wrong. And being in this wedding process, like, I'm about to hit up some fucking Vegas places for collabs. I'm like, let's collab, bitch. Like,
I
I
was
don't
just
know.
about to say, like,
Yeah,
I
you can
Sponsored
literally
by-
collab your
you
wedding.
don't strike me.
You
You
could
don't
collab your
strike
way
me
through the
as
whole
the
wedding.
type that will like pull out that card.
No,
Like I'm
no.
a radio personality.
No,
you know.
I won't.
But bitch, you better pull something out.
I want to. I want to
Yeah,
be like, so
at
I'm gonna
least
Yeah.
for
collab.
like the club or something.
that we're
like,
gonna. I'm going through work.
liquor
so yes.
stuff. Like
The
I feel
bus,
like there's
the
stuff
bus,
you
the-
could pull
the party
through.
buses, everything.
I know.
Just
I
be
want
like,
to.
I'll vlog it or something.
I'm
we'll
telling
do
you.
a podcast on the party bus.
Whatever you want, we'll do.
You
We'll
could collab
just
your
do-
way through this whole wedding
We'll have
for
a podcast
sure.
the
Let's
day
do
of your
it.
wedding.
I'm
Let's-
trying.
Paulina at her wedding.
Dude,
Oh
I'm
my
trying.
god.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
I love those TikToks where it's like the bride and her first drink.
This is my
Oh,
first
yeah,
drink.
yeah.
That's what we got to do at your wedding.
Oh, I didn't see that. We gotta do
You haven't
it.
seen those?
Oh
She's
my
not
god,
gonna
those
get
are
drunk.
hilarious. It's
I
just
will.
even if
Are
it's not
you?
a wedding, but
Yes.
but in general, it's
Oh,
like
this is
drink
gonna be
number
good.
one.
Honestly,
Oh.
This is my
Or
first drink.
ugh.
every time that I've gone to
Passed
one of her
out.
parties, you never get that lit.
I was
No.
hammered the first one you went to, the surprise party.
What for you?
Yeah,
For
the
sure?
surprise party. Were you still
For
there?
real,
You
yeah.
guys all got in an Uber and were like
Oh yeah. I was
partying your
drunk.
ass off. You were hammered.
Maybe I was more drunk than you.
You were.
I could
You
see
were. I was
you
hammered.
getting. I could
Ah,
see you being messy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're the
I
messy.
am the I'm the messy
slut.
friend.
I
Well,
love
In
it.
I'm
in
actually
life.
not messy. I'm just really drunk.
You're
You
the,
are my drunk
You're
I'm
the
so-
himbo.
I'm like woo when I'm
Himbo.
drunk. Yeah.
Drunk.
No, I'm
himbo.
just I feel like how am I
Like
when I'm
what?
drunk?
How are you?
Yeah.
You're very touchy feely.
Am
Yeah,
I?
you're friendly
Not
though.
surprising.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Not
Wait,
surprising.
I'm touching you. Wait, disclose this. I want to know this. Wait.
What? No, you're just like friendly. You're very friendly. You're fun. I don't
What,
think you're an
everybody-
angry gay like drunk.
Oh my
Okay,
god, are
okay,
you
okay,
the? I just love you. Are
no,
you one of those
wait, I'm
when you're
getting
drunk?
red.
You are getting really red. Holy shit. No, you're not like that. You're just there. You're like very touchy, like, oh, and then you're always like you're everywhere. You turn around, you're missing, you're across the hall. Like it's a lot. You're across the room.
What
One
the
of those that
heck?
people
Yeah.
can't
I thought I
find.
was just okay. I thought I was
I've
just
seen you drunk,
dancing
so
through
yeah.
the
Oh
whole.
yeah.
I thought I was just dancing, getting drunk at
You
a
are
party.
dancing.
No,
What?
you're very friendly. You
But
like
wait.
mingle with everyone.
Yeah, you do.
But no, she said touchy feely. I touch people.
Yeah,
Like,
you've touched my shoulder multiple times.
what the?
You just come up to me and just like caress my upper
No,
shoulder.
oh my
funny.
god.
And
That's
he's
funny.
and
That's
he's
true.
really tall. So imagine you're probably
Right.
like
What are you
this,
climbing
touching
him?
his shoulder.
That's so embarrassed.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's fine.
I didn't know
though.
this
You're a
about
happy
myself.
drunk. Be happy.
Dude, I love it.
Just
Well,
consent.
moral of the
Oh my
story, be a happy drunk.
Consent.
Be a happy drunk.
Well, thank you guys for being here and for holding me accountable, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, because without the three of you guys, all you guys, and our new friend here, Gabriel,
Hey,
like,
friend.
yeah, my ass would probably be like somewhere else because that's what I do. But we're here, we're focused, we're making this happen, and I'm just excited for people to like discover us, listen to us. You can follow us on Instagram, Never Too Shy.
Mhm.
And what about our email?
We
figured
don't have
out.
that yet,
We don't
but
have
we
it.
will.
Yeah, I don't think we have it. Yet.
Okay, just
For
hit us up
for
on
the official
Instagram.
episode, we'll have it.
Yes,
Yeah, sounds good.
Instagram for just all inquiries, I guess, right? Just hit us
Yeah.
up, talk to us,
Comment.
Slide a
Share.
DM.
Message. Slide in the DM.
and share.
What do you want
this
us to talk
Not
podcast.
the
about? What do you
DM.
like? What do you not like? Don't tell us that.
Just
you
let
like
us
everything.
know.
But yeah, let us know.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.